Brother Ben here. Brother Ben. Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben. And Ben tells them about the minister. And Ben tells them about the minister.
Now, staying on this theme of youth, Brother Ben, you have an important and unique story. Can you talk a little bit about how you've leveraged your story and developed into the man that you are, and educating the youth and adults at the same time?
Yeah, so I was born in prison. My first time seeing my biological father was in his casket. I recall seeing my biological mother one time, and maybe it was probably more, but I recall maybe one time. With that, I also had 21 biological brothers and sisters. Although I have 21 biological brothers and sisters that I mean, maybe more, I don't know, but 21 biological brothers and sisters from what I know of, I only have met 6 of them. I know of 7 of them. One I found on Facebook searching for the people that was on the obituary, but I never met them physically. 4 of them I know well. So 4 of them I used to travel and actually stay with, and we spent a lot of time together, even in our adulthood. But although with that story, I grew up as the only child. So with me knowing that I was the only child, but I had all these siblings, I began to get creative in the way that I express myself, because I'm naturally an introvert. You know, they may see me animated online, or I'm doing my thing on stage, but offline I'm very quiet and just observative. And so I started to make videos of me sitting next to myself, talking to myself, but this is me like talking to my sibling. This is me talking to my peers or something like that. And that was a way that I expressed myself. And that was one of the ways that I started to grow on YouTube, by putting my ideas and the thoughts that I had in the form of a skit. Some of y'all who used to follow me years ago know I did a lot of skits and things of that nature. I haven't had time to do them like I used to. I do them every now and again, but that was a way that I expressed myself. And that kind of grew into me learning and teaching myself social media and how to edit and how to grow and how to say certain things that going to impact somebody and get a response and get engagement, which is the foundation and root of my digital real estate program, which takes me to this point. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that adversity is the mother of creativity. So some of us are going through adversity right now and difficulty right now. We're saying, woe is me. But what we should be saying is, you know, I thank you for allowing me for going through this trial. Let me look at this trial and see what it is I'm supposed to be getting out of it, because this may make me into a better human being. We have Brother Winford over there. Brother Winford did 15 years in prison, went in at the age of 19. Now he has his own book, Determined to Change. There are certain people that he can reach that I may not be able to reach because of his story and how people can relate to him. So yes, it was an unfortunate situation, but God, if we allow it, is using him for another purpose to reach many youth that's going to listen to him and pay attention, because these are things that they may see as entertaining on the music videos and movies. But if he can tell you how it really is and what you really going to go through and how you don't want to go through that, he'll be the one that can save many people. So that's how I came into the digital real estate program, by, you know, my youth and what happened in my youth and how I utilized that and used that for my advantage, and not just my advantage, but for everybody else. But I did want to touch on that topic about, you know, the youth and people saying, why are you worthy of teaching or anything like that. I've literally had somebody come on my live and apologize because they was hesitant in joining my program because I was young, because they was older than me. They was like in their 40s. He finally took the class and blew up, got the results, and he came back and apologized. So that is a thing where people are, where they too young. And I had a thought on my mind. And it's funny Brother Randall said this, because I was looking at him yesterday when he said his age, because I forgot how young he was when they was like, he just got out of high school a couple years ago. I was thinking in my head, you know, the age of teaching and the age of coming into consciousness should be lower every generation. Because if I came into consciousness when I was 20 It shouldn't take my son coming into consciousness at 20. He need to get it super early. So he need to start doing things at maybe 15. Then he done got it at 15, or he done had it since he was a youngin'. Now when he have children, shoot, I should expect my grandchildren to start doing stuff at age 11. So it shouldn't be this cycle of we always got to wait till we 30 and wait till we 40. And if you are an adult with that mindset, you too young, you're just really indirectly saying you ain't done your job. Because if you done your job, you will be comfortable and you will be secured in knowing this. Shoot, they done been taught by somebody good. You done been taught the wisdom, so go ahead and do your thing. And then I want to give y'all this scripture. Now, I know I keep going to the scripture now, but hopefully y'all bear with me. Come on, can I go in there? Get a witness in here, you know. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, don't let anyone think less of you because you are young. Now these be the same people that believe in the scripture now that'll say these things. Okay, do not let anyone think less of you because you are young. Be an example. Heavy on the example. They should have put that in bold. Be an example to all believers in what you say, in the way that you live, in your love, your faith, and your purity. There's another spot. I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar with this. You can tell a tree by the what? See, they know it. They done been to church now. They grew up. So if you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears, don't worry about my age, worry about the fruit. Because there's some old trees that ain't dropped one orange. One apple done came out the tree. But here you got a young tree that's bearing fruit, and not just bearing fruit, but it's a real fruit, meaning it got them black seeds in there. So it ain't the GMO fruit that ain't got no seed in it. You know it's real when it has a fruit and then it got a seed, meaning that seed can be taken out and planted in the ground, and then that can produce some fruit. So when you got some people that's young, that's producing people, then you know it's a good tree. So we got to stop looking at, man, the age and things of that nature. We got to start to look at the results. And if we want to build a new kingdom of heaven, if we want to build a new world, we can't do that with an old mindset. But that doesn't mean throw away the adults. That doesn't mean throw away the elders. Don't it say young for war and old for counsel, something like that? Now again, here it is. It's all in the scripture now. Now, if that's the case, let me do my thing with my new mindset, with my new talent, with my new skill. And then, like he said, let me consult with y'all. Even if you did something wrong, you still got value to me. Because you can just tell me how and show me how not to do what you did. Don't get arrogant and say, well, you know what I mean? No, I'm going to sit down with you. And I got to be humble as well as a young person to be able to come to you, although I may be displeased with you didn't build me a school. You didn't have the land for me. Show me what you do know. You probably attempted it, but didn't do it. You didn't have the will and desire to go the full thing, but you may be able to tell me, all right, now, brother, I did this in 1975, and this is what you got to look out for right here. And that may be good knowledge that gives me some game on how to get around and be more successful. I'll end with this. I'm the co-founder of Here at the Farms. We have over 16 acres of land. We're building our own community about 2 hours away from here, near Sandersville, Georgia. We just closed on 467 acres of land a couple of days ago. Already have homes there and everything. And when we had the people come up and sign their deeds, listen to what they were saying. They said, man, when I heard the call, I was ready already. My grandfather used to drive and listen to people lectures speaking about building our own and buying land and things of that nature. So when I would be a fool to look at me and say, look at what I'm doing. Look at what we doing, me and Brother Farrakhan and the team that we have. No, it ain't just me. These people are responding to something that they've been trained when they was younger. They listened to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, Noble Drew Ali, all of the greats. They've been talking about a land of our own and we need to do this. These particular individuals, they just wasn't made maybe to be the ones that led it, but they was waiting for the call. So it ain't just my marketing alone. It ain't just us alone. It's on we standing on all the shoulders of the adults, all the shoulders of their grandfathers, all the shoulders of those who were just riding, allowing them to listen to the lecture. So yeah, Uncle ain't built nothing. Uncle, man, he been drinking that hen and whatever the case may be. But that one DVD that he was listening to one day went into somebody's ears. He was driving, listening to one of them old CDs, and Malcolm X was on, or the Minister was on, and we think, man, Uncle ain't had no impact on us, but they don't even know that I was listening to it. And now 20 years later, I see somebody doing what I was listening to, I'm ready to sign up. So how fast we grew, we got over 1,600 acres of land in less than a year and a half. We was able to acquire this. We got land, 200 acres in Ghana. We have our own here at the farms chocolate bars right now. People, we done sold out the chocolate bars in less than a week on our platform, on our Instagram. But this comes from all of the work that has happened from the past. So it's not about the age. And let me, I'm gonna end off with this as well. Some people think that your age is your biological age. Sometimes what is your age of experience? Brother Randall, how long have you been working with the youth? Like what year did you start and up until now? What age did you start?
I started in 2019, I was 19.
19 years old. So how long you been working with the youth?
4 years now.
4 years. Now, y'all may say, man, but it's some adults who 40 that has done nothing consistently for 4 years straight. So technically he is older. Out here 40 years old and you feeling a little depressed and ashamed because there's a 20-year-old that's a millionaire. But you just don't realize he's been doing entrepreneurship since he was 15. He's 22 now, so he's been doing that longer than you. It's kind of like when you look at somebody, baby, and you get baby fever. You see the mother and the child relationship now at the age of 5, but what about when that baby was 9 months? Or what about when the baby was young and or 12 months old and she was crying all the time? You didn't look at that. So you're looking at an age, your context is off. You're looking at, oh, I want to skip right here because I'm older than you. But no, think about how many years of experience this person has. That's what makes them older. I don't want somebody that's just old and in charge just because they old. I want somebody that's old and experienced. Years of experience, that's more important to me. And at the end of the day, always is going to be what results do you have? What can you show me?
Dive to do for self on my own. Bossed up, got a car and a home, and I did it on my phone. I'ma show you how to get it strong. Get the bag and it don't take long, and you don't need a loan. You don't need a boss or a master. Get the right team and it's faster. This a new chapter. Gotta learn the business in the game. Every day new money, new change. Adapt to the lane. It ain't about the bread but the brain. Work hard, play hard, new fame. No more chains. No more chains. No more chains. No more. I'm finna go live. Put my 9 to 5. Finna go home, boys. Finna be a vibe.